Okay, all right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time this video catches you. Lisa Hayes here, and it's been about 30 days, okay? It's been about 30 days since I made my last video. Right before I ended that, I said the war is up on us. Oh my goodness. And so now it is time to move on to American Exodus. Okay, although that's not what this video today is about. Okay, it's not what this video is about. But boy, oh boy, oh boy, I have to go over this letter that Truth Unedited had made a video about within this week as well too. But you know, if we don't have the Lord's end time script, the world has its own end time script, you know. And I am of the persuasion, and this has been in my spirit ever since the Lord has given me a greater revelation of Himself, that we are in His apocalypse, okay? And if you don't know His end time apocalypse, someone else's end time apocalypse will sweep you away. There's a difference between mainstream Christianity and the kingdom. Let me repeat that one more time. There's a difference between mainstream Christianity and the kingdom. And as it relates to our current affairs today, the script has been written for mainstream Christianity to go right into, okay, the Lord calls it strong delusions. But when it comes to the world writing its script, it has been planned and planted that mainstream Christianity go right into the worship of the Antichrist. And as you can see, that is playing out in full force right before our eyes right now. I did not realize until this week, seriously, and this has always been right in front of my face the whole time. But as I've been meditating and praying and looking at what I see, it has become clear to me. And I have confirmed witnesses, which is what this letter is going to do. This letter that we're about to go over even confirms what I see and what I'm getting as well. What I did not realize and that I failed to acknowledge was the Freemasonry that is controlling the church. The Freemasonry, okay? The father of Freemasonry in America, which is Albert Pike, he wrote 3 letters detailing World War I, World War II, and World War III. So the world has a script, but the Lord has a script as well too. And so what we're going to do is go over this letter, and then we'll come back and discuss the Lord's plan, the Lord's script that's already been written as well.
What matters is what is said in these letters. The letters go over a plan using 3 world wars in order to bring the world into the light of Lucifer. Albert Pike, the man who wrote Morals and Dogma and explained that Lucifer is the god of Freemasonry and explained that it is his light who they are bearing, he went into detail about 3 world wars before they ever happened. These excerpts are from the letter. I will not go into detail about what was written. I will post this PDF on my website so you can read it on your own. The link will be in the description box. What is important is what was said about the Third World War. These are the excerpts. The Third World War must be fomented by taking advantage of the differences caused by the agentur of the Illuminati between the political Zionists and the leaders of Islamic world. The war must be conducted in such a way that Islam, the Muslim Arabic world, and political Zionism, the state of Israel, mutually destroy each other. Meanwhile, the other nations, once more divided on this issue, will be constrained to fight to the point of complete physical, moral, spiritual, and economical exhaustion. We shall unleash the nihilists and the atheists. We shall provoke a formidable social cataclysm, which in all its horror will show clearly to the nations the effect of absolute atheism, origin of savagery, and the most bloody turmoil. Then everywhere, the citizens, obliged to defend themselves against the world minority of revolutionaries, will exterminate those destroyers of civilization, and the multitude, disillusioned with Christianity, whose deistic spirits will from that moment be without compass or direction, anxious for an ideal, but without knowing where to render its adoration, will receive the true light through the universal manifestation of the pure doctrine of Lucifer, brought finally out in the public view. This manifestation will result from the general reactionary movement, which will follow the destruction of Christianity and atheism, both conquered and exterminated at the same time. Now listen, you can debate amongst yourselves if you believe this letter to be valid or not. I do believe it is valid, and I believe their plan. And as I see the events unfolding, I believe that this is all a part of it. This is what you're seeing, though. They are taking advantage of the differences caused by the agentur of the Illuminati between the political Zionists and the leaders of the Islamic world.
The world has its script, okay? The world has its script, and it also includes taking mainstream Christianity right into strong delusions, which is a part of what the Lord said he is going to give them. That is the role that Satan, he allows Satan to play, in this war as well. Strong, he said, I am going to send you strong delusions. So the script's been written, okay? But like I said before, mainstream Christianity is not the kingdom. The kingdom of God, like I said, is beautifully written, and the order of the kingdom of God is beautifully written inside of the book of Ephesians. Okay, and the Lord's end time script is actually written in the book of Revelation. Okay, and when I say that we are in the Lord's apocalypse, it also includes Satan's plan, because he has an assignment in the Lord's war. He does, and all the actors and all the staging of the food crisis and all that is based upon Satan's kingdom and him bringing in his new system of deception. And that includes bringing mainstream Christianity to an end, but not the kingdom. The kingdom of God is an everlasting kingdom that will not be broken. As a matter of fact, the saints, the judgment has been already handed down, that the saints is going to receive the kingdom that will destroy Satan's kingdom. We have a lot to look forward to. Our hope is in what Christ has given us in his shed blood for us to bring us into his family as being a part of his kingdom with his Father, where we have all been adopted, which is so beautifully laid out in the book of Ephesians. That's only 6 chapters. That's only 6 chapters. But if you want to know what the end of the script looks like, it ends in a new Jerusalem with Christ reigning from that kingdom. That's the end of the script. The script's already been written. But the current state of affairs, Satan has a script and the Lord has a script. And I'm watching it as it's all going down. And as it relates to where things are prophetically, the kingdom has a time clock. And what I've noticed is that mainstream Christianity is following the script of the world. They are. I did not notice this. I did not notice that Freemasonry had such a stronghold and such a pull on mainstream Christianity until I started meditating and watching and praying about the events that I saw. And then I started getting confirmations that this is what that is. But that's not the kingdom. The kingdom of God starts inside of you, and it is established. You are establishing the kingdom by the blood of Christ. 2 totally different things. Our hope for tomorrow is not in the script that the world has given us. It is in the script that the Lord has written. We're not going backwards. We're actually going forward. The world is going backwards. Although it looks as though what's happening may seem modern and new, it is going backwards. It's going into angel, devil worship. That is what the world is going into. But everybody who's in the kingdom is going into the kingdom under the lordship of Christ, where you worship him He said he has been given all authority and power in his hands. He said, baptize the nations with this message. I'm in total control. None of this has caught me by surprise. Okay. And I have your answers for tomorrow. I am your hope in your future. My God. Just don't get caught up in a world that's fighting against Christ, because you can be fighting him right now and do not know. You may think you're doing him a favor, but the world wrote the script and the Lord has the script. And it all comes down to what script are you going to follow? God bless, and I will talk with you soon.